It's one of those things that if you told me about it, I would be a little, I'm gonna try it, but I'm a little hesitant to try.
Opening May 22nd, 2025, Epic Universe is going to be amazing. Universal is bringing a whole new celestial galaxy our way, and it will be awesome to explore. But for those of you who know nothing about Epic Universe and you're a little curious to learn more, or for those of you who just love diving deeper into all things theme parks at Universal, we're gonna talk about all that you need to know. We'll cover the new announcements Universal brought, but first, let's talk a little bit about what you can expect at Epic Universe.
First and foremost, let's talk about the scope and scale of Epic Universe.
This place is huge, folks. It is absolutely ginormous.
It is gonna be bigger than both Studios and Islands of Adventure combined.
Put them walking shoes on, baby. There's gonna be a lot of steps when you visit Epic.
As you enter in through the Kronos, you're gonna be greeted by Celestial Park.
Celestial Park looks absolutely gorgeous. When you enter Celestial Park, this is a land in itself. So of the 5 mesmerizing lands, you're already in one, and there is a lot to take in. From rides to dining, which we'll cover some dining options in a little bit. There is so much to take in. Personally, I am most excited not only about the food, but about the carousel.
Celestial Park is also gonna act as your central hub and where you can do your little split off to choose
portals,
which land you want to go to next.
One of the pieces about Celestial Park that I am truly interested in really taking in is the theming of this area. This is kind of like a Universal OG original. They came up with it on their own, and they're looking at theming Celestial Park around the heavens, the stars, the constellations. I am intrigued, talk about that merry-go-round, about getting to ride a constellation on a merry-go-round, and they take like the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper, the North Star, and you get to go and experience that in a different form.
Speaking of other lands, we have a Super Nintendo World, so if you want to go on adventures and save Peach or party it up with Luigi and Mario, or just take
Yoshi all day long,
Toad, and all of the Super Nintendo friends, there is gonna be a world just for that.
I would say that a lot of people kind of have put this land to the side a little bit because we have already seen Super Nintendo World take place over in California as well as over in, is it Japan or Beijing?
Japan.
Okay, in Japan. That said, something that people tend to not remember about Super Nintendo World is we are also getting a Donkey Kong area, which looks so cool. So cool.
It looks really cool, and there's gonna be some new technology built into the ride where it will feel like you are hopping the track on the roller coaster.
No, they just left holes in the coaster. It's gonna be a real interesting ride.
It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah. So I'm jazzed for Super Nintendo World. The theming, so well done. It is so immersive. You are going to be in Mario's world, Bowser's castle, be able to go and hang out with Yoshi, find the eggs, but specifically Donkey Kong, I think that's gonna be the main area that is gonna be just so hyped up in Super Nintendo World.
And you're gonna be able to play Mario Kart, and that's always just a competitive, just fun
I am
time.
going to crush you at Mario Kart.
Next, we have the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, more specifically, Wizarding World Paris and the Ministry of Magic.
Do we need to say more? It's Harry Potter.
It's Harry Potter.
It's Harry Potter, and you're going to be in Paris, enjoying some fantastic beasts, maybe grab a baguette or a crepe. Again, we'll talk about food in a minute here, because there's a lot to cover on that aspect. But also, we get to see my arch nemesis.
Dolores Umbridge.
Dolores Umbridge.
Again, we think the ride in this land is gonna be top notch. It's gonna take you on the elevator. You're gonna go this way, that way, up, down, back, forward, all over the place as you chase Dolores through the Ministry of Magic.
The thing I think I am very much looking forward to when we are in the Wizarding World Paris, and I would love your guys' help as well, is there are berets to wear when you are there, so you truly fit into the caricature and the plan and just the essence that is Paris. Please let us know in the comments if Ben needs to get a beret so he can show everybody how to truly wear a beret, as he does wear a beret when he is at work these days.
Next is probably one of our most anticipated lands, and that is How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk.
It will make me cry. This area is so stinking cute. I know They're probably making this area more for kids than for adults, but let's be real, I'm a giant kid myself, and I am stoked for How to Train Your Dragon.
There's gonna be some great shows, some great interactive features in this land. You're gonna be putting fires out from the Viking ship. It's gonna be a great time, and you're gonna be able to meet Toothless.
I'm so excited. Personally, I feel like I could be a Viking. This is my area, this is my home. Like, I love Harry Potter, but I think Isle of Berk might be where it's at with just the overall theming. You're gonna have a hard time getting me out of the area to be able to enjoy all the grog and the mead and the fun Viking nature. I am a Viking, Benjamin. I am a Viking, and this is my home with the dragons. So if you have ever seen How to Train Your Dragon, or if you ever just look up a meme of Toothless, this might be the land for you.
And finally, we kind of have the OG Universal land in Dark Universe.
The concept art of Frankenstein was based off of Benjamin, and they did it spectacularly. This land is dark. You are truly walking into a world of universal monsters. We're talking Wolfman, Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, and more. There are so many amazing monsters that we get to interact and see in this world.
It's kind of a nod back to Universal's legacy of horror, as Universal was the preeminent figure, if you will, in creating horror films.
To me, Dark Universe is like taking the horror and makeup show, mixing it with some real life HHN, and wrapping a theme park all around it. This is going to be, you're walking in and you're a part of the horror monster movie. And who knows if you're gonna make it out alive. It's going to be so well done. And I think truly for those who love the original Universal monsters, this place is gonna be a treat.
Some of the look on those animatronics, as well as that pyro on that windmill, is gonna be absolutely incredible.
I am thrilled to see the pyro on the windmill. It's gonna be amazing. But personally, the animatronics, cool. The Kuka urn, you get a ride, even better. Now that we've covered all the lands, you know what you can expect as far as the themes of the different areas when you visit Epic Universe. But Epic Universe isn't all about the rides and the areas. It is also a culinary delight, which this week we just received information from Universal. They put up an announcement of menu items that you can expect in all 5 different lands.
Boy, they look good.
These look so amazing. So we're gonna go through some of the menu items that we're excited for, that we're curious about, that we think you need to know about so that you can prepare, plan for your pocketbooks and your stomachs accordingly so you can make the most of your epic adventure.
In Celestial Park, there will be 15 dining locations. That's a lot of food to try over the course of a day, or I guess you'll just have to come back for multiple days. But the motto of Celestial Park's dining locations are seafood,
eat food.
So we'll just kind of pick a couple from each land and we'll discuss it and our reactions and like things we're anticipating or what we want to look forward to. Tons of things, tons of excitement, and
tell me, we'll just go with this.
Okay.
Which item are you going to for sure get when you go to Celestial Park?
At Celestial Park, from the Atlantic, the Landlubber Snickerdoodle Loot. It's a child's dessert.
And I'm a
child at heart.
It is.
It's a fun beach-style dessert, perfect for young explorers or big young explorers, featuring a snickerdoodle cake served in a beach pail with cookie butter ganache surrounded by Biscoff sand and gummy sharks.
That sounds amazing.
It sounds amazing. Like the Biscoff cookies that you get on airplanes are a highlight of everybody's flight. Let's just be honest there. So you crumble them up and you put them with a snickerdoodle cake.
Yeah.
What is bad about that?
And you get to have like a little mini shovel to carry with you afterwards.
Shovel
it in.
Yeah, I'm in. A gummy shark. Kids, like, I know this is for you, but it's for me. I can't imagine the number of adults that are gonna get this as well.
I could see these going quick.
Yeah.
I could see these going very quick and kind of on the lighter, cooler side of food items compared to some of these other options here. So, you know, we're not opening this park in winter, y'all. It's gonna be a bit toasty. So having some nice, cool items that are like fresh and light, I think this will be a really good one. On the alternative of something that's not light that I'm looking forward to is the platter with mango bread and pickle at the Oak and Star Tavern. Now, this platter, you can choose from smoked brisket, smoked ribs, pulled pork, cheddar jalapeno sausage, or spit roasted herb infused chicken. And then you get to pair it with a side of braised greens, mac and cheese, and more.
A lot of times, well, like heavy protein items are really actually hard to find in the theme parks.
It's really true.
Having a platter allows you to get some of that protein in and make you feel some full and some just ready to take on the day. Hearty food.
I think that the nice thing about this is it looks like it's a pretty decent portion. When we go and try it at the parks, we'll for sure to let you know. But being able to get a like entree with a couple sides with it, it seems like something you and I would probably like split. Go get a landlubbers after that. But the idea of being able to be like, I want the pulled pork or I want the chicken, you've got a good amount of options, which is fantastic. And when it's covered in a nice sweet barbecue type sauce, like that speaks to me. I think this could be delicious.
Any honorable mention is Harvest Moon Pizza.
We're always curious about a good slice of pizza.
How is it going to compare with Louis over at Universal Studios? Is it going to be better? Is it going to be worse? I need to know.
God forbid it pairs up to Pizza Predatoria. Like, please be on the Louis level.
Harvest Moon Pizza is getting a lot of hype, so we'll see if it's going to live up to the hype.
I hope that it does, because we need a good slice of pizza over in Epic.
What land are we off to next after Celestial Park?
I think we take a hard left, go over to Super Nintendo World, and visit Mario, Luigi, and Bowser to see what types of options of food they have to offer. Because after kicking your butt in Mario Kart, I need some sustenance.
The entree I'm most anticipated for here in Super Nintendo World is Luigi's Burger.
That's the one I was gonna pick.
It's a pesto grilled chicken burger. It's a flavorful dish featuring grilled chicken topped with basil, pesto, melted Swiss cheese, green peppers, and fresh spinach, all served on a soft brioche bun with a side of truffle fries. I just love the hat. The hat on it's adorable.
Well, yeah. Ben and I are a sucker for a good grilled chicken sandwich. You make a good grilled chicken sandwich, we're there.
I'm in.
We're there and we're ready to try it. Now, I'm a little interested how we'll feel about the green pepper on it. We're not really pepper people.
But pesto.
But pesto, amazing. I think this could be a pretty good burger. And also, you know, a grilled chicken burger versus a beef patty burger. It's just a little lighter, a little easier to go run around after you enjoy it. But neither here nor there. I think this could be a good option when you visit.
I think the thing about Super Nintendo World is a lot of these foods they've already done over in Hollywood, so hopefully they just bring the lessons learned that they have from over in Hollywood and can just like execute day one, no issues, because of all the lessons learned they've learned over the years. Also, truffle fries, Universal. Okay, I see you.
Well, since Ben chose the burger, I thought I would pick the other option that has me the most intrigued is Bowser's Fireball Challenge.
A big old meatball.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll truly eat the whole thing, but I might give it a go and see how we feel afterwards, but that might ruin my whole day. I don't know. On top of it being a fireball challenge.
Got some hot sauce on the side there.
The sauce does come on the side. Let me tell you what the menu says so you can determine if this is an offering for you. Step up to this challenge featuring a towering 1-pound meatball topped with gooey mozzarella cheese in rich mushroom marinara sauce and fresh parsley, served with Bowser-inspired puff pastry and a side of hot sauce. I am a fan that they are putting the hot sauce on the side. It might not be for me, but a meatball covered in mozzarella with marinara? Now you're talking.
It reminds me a lot of the pizza skulls from HHN, just bigger.
Yeah, like you took Yoshi as a pizza skull and then you turned it into Bowser and made him much larger and huge. Yeah, I could see that.
It'll be interesting to try it out.
We have heard from some people that this, like you said, lessons learned in Hollywood, that this is one that hasn't performed well in Hollywood.
It's been sent back quite a bit back in Hollywood.
If it's a big meatball, cooking that all the way through, I could see that being troublesome. So this will be an interesting one to see how well does it execute at the park, and do they modify it over time?
This next land has probably the cutest food of the announcement.
Cuter than Landlubbers.
And I know I need to try this one.
It doesn't come with a miniature
but it's
shovel.
So cute.
All right, well, moving over to How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk, there are a number of food options to enjoy over there. First and foremost, this wasn't announced by Universal, but I still thoroughly expect that there will be an area to grab a turkey leg in this land.
100%.
There needs to be Universal. If we miss that, we gotta install it later on, because this is the area to walk around with the Vikings and eat a turkey leg.
Eat some good meat.
I will do that for the experience.
I want to just see you dressed up as a Viking in 100-degree
I got
weather.
my Viking hair started. Let's go with like fur and everything.
Yep.
Looking at the different options, it's a hard pick for me because I can't steal what he already picked, and there's some good food here.
Yeah.
The item that I think I'm most curious about ordering to give a try is the Thaw Fest platter. This platter can be found in Mead Hall. Feast like a Viking with this grand spread of tender chicken drumsticks glazed in wild berry barbecue sauce, grilled salmon, and succulent sausage served with a medley of roasted carrots, onions, Nordic fries, and a side of sauces.
Yum.
Meat, meat, meat.
It sounds a lot like the Plowman's platter that you can currently get in the Wizarding World, just more meat.
And I'd say a little heartier.
Yeah.
Heartier meat and options. I like that it has a side of sauces for you to dip your different options in, whether it's the fries or the chicken drumsticks. Like it sounds messy, but also delicious.
It's probably one of those items on the menu that's gonna say, serves 4, but we're gonna serve 2 with it.
Let's be real, anything that says it's family size is us size.
And the award for cutest presentation for all the foods that Universal announced with this release is Stormfly's catch of the day.
It's pretty stinking adorable.
It's a fun dessert perfect for young Vikings, featuring a chocolate mousse fish nestled atop of colorful crispy rice cereal for a delightful combination of creamy and crunchy sweetness. I know they said for young Vikings, it's for older Vikings too.
Yeah, I don't think Universal, you need to decide if it's for young or old, because we're just gonna go with it either way.
I'm a young Viking at heart.
Yeah, like if it's fun colored, looks cute, I want to eat it.
Look at that thing, it's adorable.
Right? It's pretty adorable. I think it's gonna be great. It sounds like it's gonna have that moussey texture, but also get the crunchiness of the Crispies, which big fan of having texture with mousse, because sometimes you just don't wanna be going all day long. So having some crunch with it, I think will be fantastic. And again, looks so cute. The item that I am also pretty curious about, but it's not the top of my list, I'm sure we'll grab it at some point, is the Yak Nog.
It's a fun drink that captures the spirit and adventure of Burke with its rich and creamy concoction of malted chocolate, cinnamon, and a generous swirl of whipped cream.
So here's my thought.
Oh my Lord.
Is it better than butterbeer? Because I do like some malted chocolate.
It's gonna be thick.
Talk about going.
Yeah, malted chocolate.
So
not
good.
Just regular chocolate.
No,
malted
so good.
chocolate.
But will it like malted chocolate with cinnamon might not be as sweet on the palate as butter, but like you might be able to thoroughly enjoy it so much more.
Of a beefed up hot chocolate. I don't know. It doesn't say it's hot,
like,
but
yeah, hot or cold.
Yeah.
I might still have it. Like it sounds like something I like to drink chocolate at the opportunity, so why not? I'll stick to your ribs type of thing.
It's one of those things that they can easily modify for the cooler weather months in like November, December, January, February, and have like a hot Yak Nog, like.
Or get you know, a Yak Nog over ice.
Yeah. Moving on to Paris.
The Wizarding World.
The Wizarding World, Ministry of Magic.
There's one item in this land that everyone has been talking about since the announcement. We've heard really great things about it. I am excited for it. It's not the item I choose that I want to try when we're in the Wizarding World.
It's one of those things that if you told me about it, I would be a little, I'm gonna try it, but I'm a little hesitant to try. I don't know how it's gonna be.
It's one, yeah, like I think it'll be good. But before we get to that item, I have a pick of something I saw and went, that's what I want to eat. Where do I find that? Personally, the baguette de dindi is what jumped off the page to me. I like a good sandwich, especially on some good bread. And that baguette looks amazing. The sandwich is a charmingly scrumptious dish featuring sliced cracked black pepper turkey piled high with arugula, crisp apples, and creamy brie, served with a warm, crusty baguette with zesty mustard butter and apple butter.
They had you sold at brie and apples.
Yeah, absolutely. This is like a mix of so many of my favorite. I like carbs. I like a good bread source.
Baguette.
I like a good turkey sandwich.
Yep.
I like apples and cheese together. And then you tell me you're layering some mustard and apple butter? Yeah, this is my kind of sandwich.
But will it trump the muffaletta sandwich from Today Cafe?
That'll be a tough one because That one, the muffaletta at Today Cafe, amazing. This could be great. Could be just a little too much brie if they're not careful with it. But it looks great. I think it'll perform well. I'm excited to try it. My biggest concern and question is how big is this sandwich? We're talking little baby, we're talking a full-on baguette here.
The item that caught my eye in the Wizarding World is the beef bourguignon, a braised beef in burgundy wine with mushrooms, pearl onions, roasted carrots, and bacon lardons with a Palms puree. It's gonna be a heavier item.
It is.
I can already tell you that. It's not gonna be one of those that you're gonna eat and then be like, I wanna go ride Stardust Racers.
Right, this reminds me of like the stew you can get in the Wizarding World that you've never tried, even though you're like, that sounds good. Because it's just so heavy.
I am a sucker for mashed potatoes though. You give me
really
some good like mashed Palms puree, like I'm in. Especially with sauce where I can just like mix it all together, like I'm in.
And then you'll walk outside in July and you'll be like, I'm sweating potatoes.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that butter coming out of my pores? You know?
I think it's gonna be good.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I just question if you'll get it or if it'll be like November by the time you actually try it. And finally, the item that everyone's been talking about with the Wizarding World Paris is the butterbeer crepe.
For the very first time, you can enjoy the flavors of butterbeer in a crepe that includes shortbread cookie butter, Bavarian cream, butterbeer cream, strawberries, butterbeer drizzle, and a butterbeer shortbread cookie. That's a lot of butterbeer.
It is a lot of butterbeer. I think that this crepe is really going to sing sweetness.
Yes.
The batter for the crepe is going to be sweet. The toppings on top of the crepe are going to be sweet. It's just gonna be a very sweet crepe, which I don't disagree with.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I like that they added strawberries to help cut some of that though.
And per some of the people who got to do tastings of this, we heard that that whipped topping on top tastes like the whipped topping on top of the butterbeer. So for me, maybe I just want a plate of the whipped topping. You know, I don't need a crepe, just give me the whipped top.
This is one that I'm very curious to try. It might be overly sweet, but
it's
you
definitely,
have to try it.
Yeah, I mean, we do love crepes. We do enjoy butterbeer. Like, I think this will be an item that is a must get. I just hope that these crepes
don't take as long
as Central Park crepes.
That's just what I was thinking about too.
Like, I like crepes, but I don't want to wait 45 minutes for a crepe.
And our final land, moving on to Dark Universe.
This one was difficult to pick the items because there are a lot of very unique plated and designed. It's easy to get your like attention on these different items, just the way they have themed the food. But we picked some that we know we want to try when we go.
I want to try the Blood Orange Chicken Sandwich, a flash-fried marinated chicken breast tossed in a tantalizing blood orange sauce, served in a sinister black bun with tangy pickles, a slaw, and crispy fries.
You are a sucker for a chicken sandwich.
I love
grilled
chicken sandwiches,
or fried.
Grilled or fried, especially with some slaw on it.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
Yum. But it reminds me a lot of the Blutterburger from HHN from a couple years ago too. It's probably just the fancy bun.
The color of the bun.
Yeah, even though the Blutterburger was red, but like a different bun really catches your eye.
It makes me think of Pretty Patties. I don't know why they don't do that with SpongeBob. They could really just make a killing off of making Pretty Patties. But I digress. We're here for Dark Universe. This would be interesting. I will be very curious once we've tried Luigi's grilled chicken sandwich and then the blood orange chicken sandwich.
Fried chicken sandwich.
Yeah, to see how we feel about the differences of like a grilled one. And obviously those are completely different sandwiches, but which one we would tend towards enjoying more, because I think there's some that will be like, this one tastes better, but I'm more likely to eat that one, you know what I mean? Now, the item that I am very intrigued by for Dark Universe doesn't even have a photo, but it reminds me of a pseudo swamp dog, Hold the Dog. It is Hunter's Garlic Steak, which is found in the Burning Blade Tavern, a crispy, cheesy garlic pretzel perfectly prepared to a golden brown and served with a rich garlic dipping sauce.
It's like a twisted tater, but pretzel.
It's a pretzel that's garlic. It's gonna keep Dracula away, because garlic, and I love me some carbs. I love me a pretzel.
Cheese.
I love cheese and dipping sauces, especially with more garlic. These are just saying all of the right things, and I'm gonna smell like garlic after eating it, but I'm not upset about that.
Now with all that food, all the fun that you're gonna have at Epic Universe, let's be honest, you're gonna need to go for multiple days.
Well, you're gonna need to be able to get some sleep so you can go and eat more of the food. So you will need a hotel to rest your head in.
So there are 3 hotels on Epic Universe's campus, if you will. One of which is open, one of which is going to open here very soon, and one that will open up with Epic Universe.
Correct. So currently the hotel that is available to stay at as of today is Stella Nova Resort. It opened January 21st, 2025. We have stayed there and we actually have provided a review of that hotel if you're curious about booking a stay there.
Terra Luna Resort is very similar to Stella Nova, kind of a sister hotel. Will open up on March 25th. While Stella Nova was about the stars and the cosmos, Terra Luna is going to be more about the moon.
We will be at the opening day of Terra Luna and are super excited to be able to bring you guys our hotel review so you can take a look at it right away after it opens and make a decision if that's a place you want to stay.
And the biggest, baddest, most anticipated hotel at Epic Universe will be the Helios Grand.
This hotel is huge and we are so excited to see it come to life with Epic Universe.
We've been seeing the construction go up as we were there for our last trip, and it is a sight to behold.
Helios Grand opens officially on May 22nd, 2025, and it is luxury. Now, we do not currently have a booking to stay at it, but we plan to go and let you know all about it once it's open.
You can stay at the other legacy hotels, and there will be shuttle transportation to and from Epic Universe. These 3 hotels are just the ones that are super close to Epic Universe and that you'll be able to walk to, or if you want, take the shuttle.
When staying at Stella Nova, Terra Luna, and the Helios Grand, you do have the option to go over to City Walk and enjoy studios and islands as well. There is shuttle transportation. And at this time, from Stella Nova to City Walks, it takes about 15 minutes. So plan accordingly with that. We are so jazzed for these new hotels, and we highly recommend booking a stay at them if you're looking to experience Epic Universe. It is right next to it. It's right there. It's a great opportunity and they are brand stinking new.
What food are you most looking forward to out of the foods that Universal has announced for Epic Universe?
If you got anything out of this video, please subscribe to our channel. It really does help us out, and stay tuned for more Universal Epic adventures.
HHN content, all of it.
It's gonna be so good.
We'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.